How does Subaru's new Outback handle less than ideal traction situations? On this episode, we're putting XMode to the test on rocky trails and icy snowbanks. It's coming up right now on Driving Sports TV. Thanks for clicking this video. Please take a moment to subscribe so we can keep making original videos just like this one. And to those of you already subscribed, thank you so much for your support. Now let's see just how much trouble I can get into with the new Subaru Outback. This is the new 2020 Subaru Outback. Now this is the 2.5i Touring model, which means it has a 182 horsepower boxer 4-cylinder motor. It is connected to a CVT transmission, which is the only transmission you can get, and it powers all four wheels with Subaru Symmetrical All Wheel Drive. And today we're going to test it on our rock trail course. Because this is a Touring 2.5i, that means that it does not have dual mode XMode. This one only has single mode XMode. So we're gonna go ahead and enable that, turn it on right there. And that's pretty much all we need to do. Now this of course has Subaru Symmetrical All Wheel Drive, which should use individual wheel braking to help retransmit power throughout the system. So keep an eye on that on the outside. Okay, without further ado, let's go ahead and see how it does. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on the front camera here so we can get a better idea of where our tracking is going to be. On the rock trail here, there are two distinct paths. If I stay to the left, that's an easier line. If I go to the right, that's more challenging. I want to start on the right and see how well this Outback does. This also gets progressively more difficult as we go up. Now, one thing that's kind of nice about XMode is it does retard the throttle a little bit, so you get really smooth inputs through the CVT. I can creep along super slow. This isn't even registering on the speedo, which is exactly what you want in an off-road condition. Now, I have a couple stumps here that I want to kind of avoid, because even though I do have 8.7 inches of ground clearance, which is some of the best clearance in the class, I still have to be careful of hitting my oil pan underneath. Let's go ahead and kind of straddle that. Nice. Nice, just moving along, doing great so far. So we're going to go ahead and put the left foot in the ditch and keep the right one on high ground, and that should help us avoid hitting that oil pan. So far, the all-wheel drive system's done great. Okay, the idea here is to give it a challenge. I can feel that power shifting around. It's doing a fantastic job. In fact, let's go ahead and change the screen here. There is a, where is that? Vehicle, no, it's under here, car info, and driving statistics. Currently at an 8% grade. And moving on, you can see the all-wheel drive system doing its thing, although it doesn't give you a ton of info. Okay, for this next section, I'm going to take the most difficult line. This is all the way to the right. There's a lot of loose rock, and it will lift the back left wheel. Let's see. Slowly go. There we go. Feel that power just moving around super easy. Yeah. No problem at all. 2020 Subaru Outback, definitely rock trail approved. That was fun, but I don't think it was really much of a challenge. I think we need to find something a little more difficult. Where shall I go? Okay, now let's head down. Now, because we're already in X mode, it's automatically going to engage hill descent control. Now I can control that by slowing with my brake, and it will set the speed at whatever I've slowed down to. It's a very straightforward way of doing it. However, it does have a minimum speed of about 1 mile per hour, and on a hill like this, that is not quite slow enough. Okay, get that wheel lifted up there. Nice. Honestly, from this perspective, this is a very gnarly trail. But the fact that the Outback here has absolutely no problems with it really speaks volumes to how well Subaru's done with this latest version of the Symmetrical All Wheel Drive system. So we don't hit our oil pan. Getting kind of close there. I can feel it. Let's turn on that front camera again. Okay, it's got a big old smudge on the front of it. That's great. Nice. And there you go, super easy.
With the rock trail successfully completed, I jumped onto the freeway and headed deeper into the mountains in search of some proper snow.
Now that we've seen that the Outback can easily handle our rock trail, I want to see how well it does in the snow. And so to do that, I've now come out here to Eastern Washington, where I finally found a road that is covered in snow. So we're just going to follow this road until we can find some challenging obstacles to really put this XMode to the test. Oh yeah, this will work nicely. What? Now this snow isn't fresh. This is really hard. It's like it's melted a little bit and then it's refrozen. So we got a little layer of ice going on here. Let's see how this does. Now this wheel and that wheel are going to lose grip. And that means I'm only going to end up with two wheels with grip, and those wheels don't really have much grip at all because they're on ice. So let's switch on to X mode and see if that improves the situation. What? No problem, man. Wow, very impressive. I think I can go anywhere in this. And keep in mind, these are with all-season radials. I'm not even on snow treads right now. I haven't even pressured down my tires. Okay, let's go back down the other way. Again. A little teeter-totter. What? No problem. Nice.
Of course, if you've watched this show, you know we never make it that easy. After repositioning the Outback on an incline for some photos and letting it sit there a while, I did run into a small problem when it was time to continue filming. And this time, even XMode couldn't get me out.
It does appear as though we're actually stuck, so I'm going to go ahead and disable traction control. I just need to find it. I think it's under car. Oh, I see. If I turn, okay, so I have X mode on and vehicle dynamics off. Let's see what this does. Oh, I feel like it's spinning the wheels. That's good. Let's go reverse. See if we can get a little bit more climb here. And then I'm going to put the brakes on while I'm at the peak as high as I think I can get. So I'm putting my brakes on, which should hold me at just slightly above. Then I'm going to switch into second gear, and I'm going to go ahead and roll out. Oh, not quite. Okay, let's do that one more time. Reverse. Maximum spin, keeping the wheels straight to get maximum grip. Oops, that wasn't good. Go to drive, second gear, and throttle out. Oh, making good progress. Not quite there yet. Reverse. Okay, and hold it. Manual 2, go. Oh. Come on. Thinks I'm doing 30 miles per hour standing still. Okay, let's try this again. Reverse. Making some progress. Okay, and holding it. And now manual 2 and go. Yes! See? No problem. Bam! Subaru Outback, baby. Whew. Okay, let's go see how deep a hole we dug. Yep, that's a hole, all right. So what would I have done if I couldn't get myself out of that situation? I did pack a shovel for one, but before I even got to that stage, because I don't want to be outside like anybody else in the freezing cold, I would have aired my tires down. That would have given me more grip in the snow and probably would have helped. But as it was, I was able to do it without getting out of the vehicle and without having to really put too much fuss into it. And of course, the way out is a steep climb. Let's see how well it does. There's a big ditch on the left, so I'm going to lose some traction there. I have XMode on, and it's shifting power around. Okay, I think we need a little more momentum. Yes, into the hole. Just keep moving, just keep moving. And there we go. Woo!
Subaru's XMode is pretty impressive. And that might have you asking, is dual function XMode, like in the Onix XT, really that much different than just disabling traction control? Though it is true, the second setting on the Onix XT and select Forester trims does increase wheel spin to improve momentum in tricky situations, it also remaps throttle, engine, brakes, and transmission. Disabling vehicle dynamics, like I did today, simply has less nuance. It's like taking a sledgehammer to a nail. But hey, if you're stuck in a snowdrift in the middle of nowhere on all-season tires, you do what you can, and today, the Outback handled it just fine. Thanks for watching. If you haven't yet, please take a moment to subscribe. Also, share and like our videos. It really does help us fund this channel. For Driving Sports TV, I'm Ryan Douthit. I'll see you again right here next week.